Good evening, it is the 25th of August, 2025, 6:01 PM, and this is the community engagement meeting for the Village of Gulf Manor. May we start with a roll call, please?
Yes, indeed. It's Manel.
That me?
Okay, Ms. Chesser.
Yep.
Dr. Fisher.
Here.
Ms. Thomas.
Here.
Mr. Thompson.
I am not gonna make a motion to excuse him. This is at least now 2 in a row. I have to talk to, I already told him offline, but unless somebody else wants to make the motion, but he needs to start coming to these meetings.
All right.
So we just leave it at that, we don't make a motion,
We
it's
just
just
leave it
keep
at
it moving. Okay. So I have made one, change to the agenda. If we have time, at the very end, I would like to discuss maybe another set of postcards. So I will make a motion to to adopt the agenda as modified with an extra, item on there about postcards. If you check your email, I sent you this updated already.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, I was like, you only had to
Yeah,
update
no,
the
it's
thing.
cool.
That's what the highlighted stuff
Okay,
is.
thank you.
Second motion.
And without objection, everybody, aye?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Nobody's here to address the committee. So can I have a motion to approve the minutes from our previous meeting that was on Monday, June 9? Is that a motion for you? Ms. Phillips first, can we get a second?
A second.
Ms. Quinn, a second, and without objection, aye, all unanimous. So I actually do have a couple of items for our, I'll sign that, okay. Thank you.
It's the stickiest pages ever.
For our chair report, so, today is the last day for our summer schedule. Unrelated, the village administrator, Ron Hurth, is taking leave indefinitely for personal or medical reasons. Fiscal officer, Eric Pridenoff is now our acting administrator. This man is wearing many hats. It was, yeah.
It's not just for show.
Yes. Also unrelated, the walking path at Volunteer Park has been completed. I still have not gone over there. I need to go over there. But yeah, the concrete circle is now like a full circle.
This week's a good time to go.
Yeah, it is. I've been spending a lot of time outside. It's nice. Considering it's August, it's very chilly. Unrelated, a lot of little small bullet points. For rec, the Yard of the Month program is ongoing. The winner for August is located at 6465 Hamill Avenue. That's the first or second house on the Centerville side. It's like the ranch wide. They used to have a bunch of like holiday.
They do the Christmas thing.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So that is Yard of the Month for August. So if you want to nominate a yard, I have the link here to complete the submission form online. Now some kind of bigger news. As previously reported, earlier this year, the village was billed for the annual maintenance fee, $6,500 by the developers of the Village mobile app. So the Finance Committee some months ago asked that the administration reach out to the developers, see if they'll waive that annual maintenance fee while we, the Village Council, whomever, decide if we want to keep the app. Developer said no, and they declined our request. Now, during the last Community Engagement Committee meeting, we reported that because they said no, we're no longer funding the app. However, at full council meeting, which was about an hour later, we learned, you guys just know, was untimely. And we learned this from our lawyer, essentially the village counselor, solicitor, says it's not good business to not pay them what we owe them. We should have canceled sooner. So all that to say, we actually are still funding the app for one more year. Therefore, our $20,000 app is now a $27,165 app. I was sure to express my dissatisfaction on record during the full council meeting, just as I'm doing right now. But I just want to, for the record, say, last time I said we're done funding the app, I learned that an hour later, that's not true. And finally,
So you've already told them, you've already given them ample time for next year.
so basically we can say absolutely now we're done.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
And I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
But whatever we found out, and by the time council was told that we made a decision and got back. For all we know, that could have been like a 2-month time period and.
So does it go fiscal year January to January, or because it's August, we're going August to
I
August?
can look up the contract.
So it's August to August, or?
So, okay, with that, if that's what you're asking, the contract was signed in April of whatever year, April 3 years ago. I do have the contract, it was April, I'm gonna say 3 years
So
ago.
then it
We're
dies
going
in
till
April.
April.
So,
The
yeah.
contract would end in April.
That is correct. Yep. And then I'll have Ms. Gwen talk about the Little Free Pantries. You get to talk about, it's the same update essentially, about the fall concert since you're time to rec. And then I'll have Dr. Mena talk about our village website, which is actually mostly good news. So Ms. Gwen, you want to talk about the We Thrive? You want to give our We Thrive report?
Okay, the chronic disease self-management class ended on August the 14th. We had 8 individuals that finished the class, which means recreation will get $400, because we get $50 per person.
That's great news. And I actually updated, so we've been calling it the pain management. It's actually, no, we've been calling it chronic disease. It's actually chronic pain, right? Or
Yes,
vice versa. So I got
Yes.
that updated in here now. And then also Ms. Gwen, for old business, you wanna?
as
update
previously
on the
before, the
free
council
pantries?
approved the legislation for the Little Free Pantry during the May full council meeting. In late July, shortly after the last community engagement meeting, Hamilton County approved our updated proposal and revised budget and schedule, and has sent us did they send us $900?
They actually finally sent the last 100, so we have received the
So
full
we got all
So we got
$1,000,
the,
nice.
okay. With that funding, supplies for 2 pantry boxes have been ordered and shipped, and will be received soon. Does Danny already have it?
I know that there were parts that had not arrived yet. I have not.
Right, she
received
told me
those
that part.
updated. I don't know if they've all received.
That's why I put it that way.
And Danny, what's her last name?
Late.
Lape,
Yeah.
has volunteered to construct both pantries. And I asked her, where was she at on it? She said she was still waiting on materials, so.
So that was probably about a week ago. We were still waiting.
Yeah, that was
It's
last
probably- It's probably, she might have it by now.
Well, she hasn't said anything, so.
And so the first Little Free Pantry is at the Gateway.
Oh, yeah.
Pleasant Ridge.
Yeah, the first little, yes, at Pleasant Ridge, the gateway up, that's not Pleasant Ridge all the way up there. Okay, it's by the, Tiffany's Beauty Salon.
And then,
Yeah, at the bend. Yep.
Yeah, at the bend. And the second location will be near Volunteer Park on Whitney.
That's what was happening.
So it has to be in the shade, so we haven't really picked out a spot yet, but that's where it's gonna be.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Wynn.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else we need to say about Little Free Pantries? Nope. All right, we're on to you.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, okay.
Pat had reached out to Audi, which is a no.
Okay.
She reached out to Save a Lot, it's a no. So she's waiting on Kroger's. She needed something from Kroger,
Yeah, they want like a
a
diversity
tax,
statement or something.
a tax statement or something she
That's
needed.
easy to get, but they wanted some sort of statement.
Yes, the tax ID was easy enough to.
Okay, but yeah.
But I wasn't sure what that, I was looking for stuff on the website, if there was anything published, but I don't know.
But she hadn't said anything else, so.
Yeah, I remember asking her about that, but because all the answers were no, I wasn't gonna put that in the update, but yeah. Cause somebody needed, I guess it was.
But she said it was she said it was a hard no.
I was kind of
That was
surprised.
a hard.
She
no,
said
yeah.
Audi was a hard no,
Right.
so.
So I guess we won't be getting free food, we just gotta.
You just gotta wait and see what
Donate
Kroger says.
Yeah.
Costco or maybe a larger unit. Costco or Sam's, one of those places might be willing to donate.
Oh, well, I have to tell Pat that since she's reaching out. We was trying to reach out to people that's in our vicinity, kind of.
Which Kroger's gives food all the time, so I'm surprised.
Like a diversity statement, yeah.
Well, she was waiting that she had to get a tax, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's
So I
what
haven't
she
heard
said.
anything from her since, but I'll tell her that you said Costco and
But
who?
we need tax
Sam's.
statements, we're asking for food or we're asking for tax statement?
No, they ask us for,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she's asking them for
Oh,
food
yeah.
to put in our free
Oh, yeah,
pantry
yeah. I
boxes in
see.
order to donate the food, they're asking for other things.
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, that
So
makes
the
sense.
tax ID stuff is easy to get, but they also ask.
they ask for
diversity
something else, but I
statement
haven't
or
heard
something.
anything
It's
else
like,
from
we
her,
have
so.
No, let's make up one.
it. Well, so I'm gonna make up one. You wanna write that?
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
So many diversity statements online. You can
Okay.
just
Are you volunteering to
Yeah,
do
who
that?
volunteer you to do that?
No,
Absolutely not, no ma'am.
Look, the mayor's right over there.
All right, we'll have him do it then. All
Okay,
right,
so, yeah, I haven't heard anything
Dr.
back
Fisher
from her, so.
used ChatGPT, you'll probably-
I mean, why not? Yeah.
So that was it.
Okay.
Nothing
thank you,
else.
As the
thank you.
solicitor said, where'd he go? He said, sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's not okay.
We'll just make up one, we don't have one. So, all right, Ms. Phillips, it's on you now. Update us about the fall concert.
Now, I don't have a whole lot of information because Alan,
I'm listening.
Alan has,
Oh, yeah.
is he still resigning or has he decided to?
know, yeah.
But
I received a letter from him saying that he formally stepped down, citing poor communication, which is, common. I wrote it came out at the last minute. I sent it like literally maybe a minute before your committee started, which was an update that I have on what's going on, to my knowledge, with all this stuff. I've been working closely with Captain Reed on pulling something together for our September 7th celebration. I sent you all and everyone on this committee and everyone on Recreation Commission a PDF that gives the schedule of events, who all the vendors are that are participating, also a map of where we'll direct them to set up, and then also a statement about where we need volunteers. And I also included the statement that we have on the website, which I don't think is up to date because we have a recent with Alan stepping down on Recreation Commission. I believe we have another seat available there. But that PDF has all that information, and I'd ask you guys to take a look at it. I made one printed version here, and I can make some more copies of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I was gonna say, I didn't see that, okay.
Yeah, it just came out right before you guys started
Oh.
the meeting. I apologize. So I'd
Oh,
like to
yeah.
get feedback on that, and it also, is an invitation to giving me feedback on how we can do better moving forward.
Well, I was hoping he wouldn't resign, he would send us, because he was gonna come to council and talk about that, and we were all gonna come here and support him. So, he was a little frustrated about all of the recreational activity coming through through Golf Manor, and he felt like he wasn't a part of it.
Yeah, I included that in so the full council, I have a recreation update, and I mentioned that, but you're not the only one. There's somebody else from recreation who was gonna reach out to him and try to get him to also rescind, so.
We'll see. So it says Labor Day Cookout originally scheduled for Monday, September the 1st is canceled. Instead, the fall concert featuring the Second Wind Band will return. The event currently branded as Health and Wellness Celebration is scheduled for Sunday, September the 7th between 2 and 8. The concert starting at 6.
That's correct. We have Second Wind starting at 6. They also are providing a DJ that will play between 2 and 6. And then they'll do their.
So 2, okay, I thought it was 4, but it's 2, that's good news, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 4.
Is it 2 or 4?
I'm sorry,
Okay,
it is 4.
okay.
4 to 6 and then 6 to 8 for the
Okay.
live band. Wellness, health and wellness celebration between 2 and 4. We'll be doing a ribbon cutting ceremony for our new walking path, as well as we have, Care Source, American Heart Association, 1 in 5, which is a health and wellness council on aging. This Ohio State Extension, Chef Pamela, there in Hamilton County Public Health. They've all confirmed, still working on getting more in the past week, but those are all folks.
So you
that
got all those
confirmed.
people on a Sunday, that's impressive, good job, okay.
Well, and I had a lot of help from Karen with We Thrive
Okay.
on helping pull this together, so shout out to her, helping me get those introductions and letting me try to use my smooth talking with them to get them
Smooth
there,
talking,
right?
yeah.
So, then we'll have a meet and greet with the Golf Manor Community Impact Team as well during that time. So I've asked Captain Reed to, give a presentation on what the whole purpose of that team is, and introduce each of the players on that. And then we'll have the ribbon cutting ceremony, and we'll 4 o'clock-ish, have the DJ start up. We'll have the food that's there. We got commitments from Tiny Bistro, from a taco truck, as well as Kona Ice. We were working up as recently as several hours ago to see about a possibility of getting a beer truck there and some of the ways that we could coordinate that with, it's a really great idea that was presented, which is instead of having like bracelets, like that you're old enough to drink, we sell them a cup, and we work with the beer vendor that those are the cups that they can use to when they're getting drinks. So they're still paying for the drinks themselves, but they're paying for essentially a wristband, which is their cup, to come in. We were advised by our legal counsel that he recommends against doing BYOB and that at the same time. And because we're going to plan to do something like that at our next large event, right, where we can raise some money for recreation, but the event will be BYOB unless something changes radically here soon. So for the kids' entertainment, we have a commitment from Cincinnati Circus at a bouncy house, as well as a lot of inflatable games, basketball, hoop shooting, where you throw the football and try to get it through a thing. We're also going to have face painting available, and there's some other things that are in the works that aren't committed yet that maybe.
Okay, a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, yeah.
Did you get cornhole going on, or
Um,
what's House of Police involved in?
That's the CIT.
That's the CIP team.
Are they gonna play games or get, are they gonna?
Some of them probably, will have to stop them from playing games.
Oh.
But yeah, they'll participate. Yeah.
Okay.
And then also, some of the vendors, because of the Juneteenth event got rained out, I kind of extended the opportunity to come back to another event to try to recoup some of the, like their registration fee. So maybe like 6 or 7 maybe have pre-committed. So along with the vendors, the resources that he mentioned, will have like no bracelets or something for sale too.
Yeah.
So I have to go back. I've just been waiting on details about the timing and all of that stuff and all the, whatever email he sent out.
Right, so that email that I sent out to the members of this committee and to the Recreation Commission has a PDF that has this map on it with those circles that show where the different vendors, including who Melody is talking about, where those vendors can get set up closer to where the band is and everything, so that there's more interaction.
Yeah, okay, sounds like it's gonna be amazing.
All right, so again, September 7th, starting at 2, so from 2 to 4 are the resources. And then music starts at 2, music starts at 4,
Correct.
concert starts at 6,
Correct.
until 8. All right, I think we got all that.
46 to DJ.
I think the band brings their own DJ, and while they're
Correct.
setting up, they have
Oh, he's
music
entertaining.
playing, and then, right.
We don't pay him extra, do we?
I think that's all.
Because I'm gonna get up there and DJ if we do.
You go
I
there
got
and line
myself.
dance. You can line-
I forgot to
Boots on
mention,
the ground.
I apologize, I forgot to mention and want to actually thank former Councilman Danny Knipp, who was originally going to coordinate a lot of this stuff, but then had to step away from it with just a lot of other things going on. He is still willing to let us use all his tents to set up, as well as to help us with the signs that we're designing and everything. I want to thank him very much for that, because that's, of course, that's huge, getting the communication out and also having shade tents for our vendors.
So who do you have that's doing the setup?
I was gonna say, we're looking for volunteers.
If you have the,
I thought it was gonna be recreation.
I put that in the PDF to the recreation folks. I feel like there's communications has been so poor that for me to completely run that, right? and
No,
say,
that's
hey,
for help.
okay.
Sorry, I've ignored you all this time, but can you please? No.
Right. So the PDF there has a specific request for assistance and saying, hey, if you want to volunteer in some other way as well, let me know directly.
What time should volunteers be there?
Right.
There.
Right, so what I've done in the PDF is listed some very specifics, not just like we need volunteers in general. What I said is, here's the specific tasks that we need help with.
Those
And
can volunteer.
yeah, and that, there's let me forward that to you. I just sent it literally to the list that you gave me.
Get my name on it.
You didn't put your- if you didn't put your name on it,
I
then
didn't
it
put
goes
my
on.
name on it. That's fine. I was
So-
like, whatever.
I didn't get that yet.
So the,
No, your name was on there, that's fine.
it came from Mayor at, Gulf Manor, so check to make sure that's in your,
Okay.
that's in your address book. But yeah, so there's a specific things that are needed that are listed there. And then I have the contact information as being myself or Melody, just as it says on the website.
So let's move on, because we're running out of time. We actually got a lot going on with our mini committee. So I have Dr. Benna, who's helping me lead that effort, and then the survey and all that stuff. And you're free to read what I already wrote, but add to it for sure.
Yeah, I'll kind of just summarize it. We have this great mini committee of residents that completed our communication survey. We met twice so far. They are an incredible group of residents. They're like super excited about this and motivated and very knowledgeable. The majority of them have some like professional or personal like interest or experience in communications or websites or anything like that. So during those 2 meetings, we kind of presented the general like scope of what our committee is going to be focused on. We looked at the results of the community survey together, which we got some pretty good data from. And then by the second meeting, they all came in with some samples of websites, some specific things that they like about different websites. We came up with a couple of different vendors that we might be interested in. And our goal is to write and compile and send out an RFP. And our date is
You got this.
November
You got
25.
scheduled, yeah.
And then, and then at that meeting, the other thing we came up with was, we came up with, not me, some really great questions for our IT department. And since then, I saw we got some amazing answers.
Like, even Eric was like.
I was overwhelmed, I didn't even send it right away,
Yes.
so that, I have to read this.
Yeah, So I haven't even gone through all of it, but there's such incredible information there that I think will be super helpful for us. And so right now, again, our focus is on the website. We have some very specific things that we want on the website that the committee feels like should be part of the website. We all agreed that we're not supporting the mobile app at this time, and that we're not really going to look at like redeveloping an app or looking at a different app until we really focus on the website. One of the other, I guess you'll talk about this more when you talk about the postcards, but one of the other recommendations was for sure collecting more email addresses and placing a QR code on the next postcard so that we can get more residents on our mailing list. And we discussed not prioritizing upgrading the audiovisual equipment at this time. Our focus is really on the website. And we're scheduled to meet again next Tuesday. We're like really,
Yeah, they're ambitious, man. They're super eager. I'm excited about it.
we're really moving. We have like a very structured timeline, and we've been sticking to it. And it's been a fun to be part of it.
So any questions about that? Like, I'm actually super excited about this. Like she said, they're ambitious and they're all knowledgeable, and the way they all overlap. Like, I think whatever comes out of this is going to be, I'm excited to see what this website's going to look like. I'm also excited to see how much it's going to cost when we put out this call for proposals. So the last thing, do we want to have another postcard? Because that's going to be some more money. I mean, there's money in ARPA. I know finance basically wrote us a check for $2,000. We spent about $1,100 of that on our first set of postcards. I know I used close to $300 for Juneteenth, but I'm not sure they pulled anything out for 4th of July, and then all of fall concert is going to come from there. But I guess, do we go back and ask for another 1,100 if that's something we want to do? So we got to decide now if we even want to send out another postcard, what we would put on it. It could be like the like the completing the walking path, the little free pantries, add some pictures, and those are some big wins we got this summer. But I think the big thing will be putting a QR code and basically like a check-in and say, confirm that you received it, because there was a lot of families that didn't receive their households. But also, if you know of a household that didn't receive it, put that down so we know who's getting delivered, because I think we'll say half, but it was a lot of households, I don't think, who received their postcard. But also, phone number for text messaging, your email address for these blasts, will be the primary purpose of these. So we have to decide now if it's worth it to get it out by, I don't know, November. And I'll put it together, I guess, like I did the other one, but we don't have to make a decision today. But if you think it's worth asking for another $1,000?
I think if it includes informational things like if, the mayor's gonna do the Christmas, whatever the
Some more
registration.
events, okay.
Yeah, I think it's
Or
worth it.
Aria, okay.
I think it's worth it if if we're gonna do the lantern, if we're gonna do all of those things, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it would be cutting it close for I don't think there's anything for Halloween planned, so I don't even think we could get a postcard out between now to promote a Halloween. But Luminaria, that would give us enough time for Luminaria or Breakfast with Santa.
I was gonna say, one of the things with Halloween is I know, Ardmore typically
Right.
has like a coordinated thing, so it may be just saying, look out for the map that is
Right,
typically.
but have they even decided they're doing it? Because I know the one year they didn't do it, I think the year Roger was injured.
Okay.
I think
I
they
must
took a
have
year
missed,
off.
I must have
Yeah.
missed it that time.
It's not Roger that does it.
Right, there's a,
But he does like the previous years, he was leading a lot of that, yeah.
It's a
I
neighbor
don't
on
think so.
It
Ardmore.
was on Arbor, I know. But because he did the cider event,
Oh,
but he
yeah,
had
he
like
did that this year,
Ashley
yeah.
and all of them, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't solely him, but I
yeah,
thought.
I was thinking more specifically of, the gentleman, I'm drawing a blank on his name, I'm so sorry.
He does the claw.
That does
Yeah,
the clock
yeah.
and does the map
Right,
for all
uh-huh,
Gulf Maine,
right.
telling people where, like, if
Right,
you've got
right,
kids,
right,
is there
right.
different places
Yeah.
you can take it. That's so huge, so if one of us
Who's he?
reaches out to him to
I
find out
can't
that
think
he's
of his
doing it.
name. I've only met him.
It's a neighbor towards the end of Ardmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it written down, I believe I have
Should
his
be on the
contact
record.
information too, it's a matter
Yeah.
of finding.
But I mean, somebody says we're gonna do it or not, like.
Yeah.
And kind of coordinates it, but I haven't heard about it this year. But yeah, if they're gonna do that, that can go, I mean, I guess if we can get something out before October, that would be kind of pushing it. But it sounds to you, if we're promoting events, is it worth it?
I think so.
Okay. And would you guys say that even if we're not promoting events, just doing a check-in and collecting information, do you think we should do another postcard?
I think so.
It definitely looked like on the survey that we filled out, people would be interested in a postcard. I think we have to be more mindful of how we go about it this time and learn from our mistakes last time.
So with that said, I was actually kind of wondering, because there's another way, so I still have a stack of like 500 postcards that never, like we paid extra because it was like cheaper that way, but we did the direct door mail or whatever it was called, but I wonder if there's a way that we can print less postcards and do it more direct, like address people's names and add like their names and addresses on there, if they're more likely to actually get their postcard.
Right.
So just spending money on, it might be more though, that's why we did it the way we did it.
Yeah.
But if it's more likely that they receive it, it might be worth it. So that's something we can also talk about.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it does come out to be, it's a higher cost to do it that
Do you
way.
remember what the number were you looking at?
I'll have to look it up again. It's also just a little bit more tedious in like finding all of those mailing addresses.
Y'all might have it. Do y'all have a list of?
You get a general, list of addresses, but it doesn't,
It doesn't have the names.
yeah, and you have addresses that have, so the advantage of it is that you can, if you have a fourplex, so it's 4 that go into that instead of just the 1. I don't know if the direct mailer, I don't know if that, I guess it
I
probably.
assume it would, so it's all 4.
But so maybe that's not an advantage. But, we can get such an address, a list.
Okay.
Since, most of the people in Gulf Manor pay taxes, we can use those addresses.
It's a little complicated to get things like that from Rita. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they handle and it's whatever, we can get it, yeah. We can get the list of addresses. It doesn't have
We
to
had
go
before
through
Rita was doing it, we had addresses, right?
Yeah, but that's, you have to go through every single file, it's in people's
Oh, I
names,
see,
it's
yeah.
not under their addresses.
It's not a generated list.
Correct, and that was all, like, I mean, I know it wasn't before computers, but it was at a time where the technology that they were using was very old.
Antiquated.
All right, so we're running into the executives time now, so let me go ahead and make a motion to adjourn at 6:31. I hate to cut the conversation short, but, we'll talk about the postcards more next month, I guess. So I get a second?
The second.
All right, Ms. Williams, second, and without objection, aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You don't have
I
to
love
sit in
it.
the executive meeting?
No, ma'am.
Whatever you like.
I'm a boy.
So funny, no problem.
I was gonna say, thank
I
you.
have forgotten to do the few. I've been very deprived.
I guess you're not
of my
such a
bubbly.
seltzer drinker like
Okay.
that.
No, I keep having to buy.
Oh, really?
Talk to my sister.
Oh, wow.
She running out.
I don't think she wants to talk to you. I don't think she wants to talk to you.
I see.
Just kidding.
All right. What's up? Well, how are you?
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Ashley or, Roger, but I think up the collectively, they all kind of.
I thought it was the folks, well, there used to be a different, like,